Happy National Teacher Appreciation Week. I made you a promise that as long as Joe is president, you will always have a seat at the table, and I meant it, because being an educator isn't just a job, it's a calling. All of you were called to this profession for a reason. You believe that a better world is possible, and you make that world real, one student at a time. And none of that could happen without the support of our unions. Yes, everybody's clapping, yes.
The crowd goes wild.
In classrooms and hallways and cafeterias, in front of eager faces during that Friday afternoon chaos, we all know it. It may sometimes feel like we're all alone. But our union leaders show us that we are never alone, that behind each of us are thousands of educators in schools across the country, united through a common devotion to our students. I'm grateful for all that they do for our educators and our students. So now I'm honored to introduce Becky Pringle and Randy Weingarten. Becky?
Oh, thank you so much, Dr. B. And she is absolutely right. And all of you out there know that President Biden and Vice President Harris and our very own union member, Dr. Jill Biden, they have kept their promise and so much more. We got to be part of a historic state dinner.
I know.
Just last week, celebrating our Teachers of the Year from across the world, right?
Yeah.
And as I looked at them with the tears in their eyes saying thank you, I was reminded how important it is for educators, teachers, and all of our educators, our support professionals. Everyone needs to be seen, and they need to be heard, and they need to be lifted up, and they need to be appreciated. And that's exactly what Dr. Biden has done her whole life. But now that she has this special place that she hangs out in, she's using her voice in a way that is bringing all of us along. I just want to say, happy Teacher Appreciation Week to all of you out there. And as I've been saying all week, it should not be one day. It should not be 1 week. It should be every day of every week, of every month, all year long, where we lift up our teachers and we celebrate them, that we show them that we are supporting them, that we appreciate them, and most especially, that we respect them. We know there are so many out there that are not doing any of that. But that's okay. We know our power, and with the partnership with the Biden-Harris administration and Dr. B, we know that we have been on the road to change that in ways that you all have experienced firsthand. You know, I taught science for 31 years, and Dr. B, I love to get apples, real or ceramic. It didn't matter. I loved the jewelry and the perfume. I loved all of that. It made me smile. But this year, during Teacher Appreciation Week, we must spend our time not just lifting up our educators, not just paying them in a way that reflects the important role they play in our society, but respecting them as the professionals they are to make teaching and learning decisions for our students, so that we create that joyful, loving environment that has plentiful resources and all the supports, so our students can become the leaders of a just society. Randy,
well,
my colleague from AFT.
What else do you say after this?
Yes, clapping. Everybody's clapping.
Exactly. So, you know, I was thinking as Dr. B and Becky were speaking about the classes I taught, high school classes I taught in New York City at Claire Barton High School for the health professions. And I taught 11th and 12th graders. I taught AP Gov, I taught street law, and some people know this story a little bit. And when my kids really trusted me, they would say, Ms. Weingarten, Miss W, you walk your walk. And Dr. B, you walk your walk. And you do that, and it takes a little, exactly. So it's not just the having us here, which sends a big message. It's not just that amazing state dinner for teachers, which was amazing. Amazing. It's not just that your husband, at least the last 2 State of the Unions, talked about the importance of teachers and getting them a raise. It's all of the above. It's the work that you still do in classrooms, which there's a lot of classroom teachers who are exhausted right now. Let's see, it's May.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
End of the day.
End of the day, middle of the week.
Yes.
But what I want to say to the teachers who are listening, what you see is real. And so when Dr. B and the president and the vice president talk about us and you, there's a deep respect for not only your knowledge and your effort, but what you mean to the country. And that throughout all of those challenges that we have been through, look, the president got schools reopened safely after COVID. The president was able to get us resources so we could get ventilation systems, so we could get tutoring, so we could get counselors. It's not like the president is the head of the school board.
Yeah.
But thought about how you do policy in a way to help all of us be the best we can be for kids. And that's what I see on this Teacher Appreciation Day and week, a sense of a deep respect for what you mean to the country. Challenges abound, headwinds abound. This administration, led by the President of the United States, Joe Biden, and his wife, and the Vice President, and the second husband, they care about what you do, and they understand what you do is essential to the future of our country, to the future of our democracy, and to each and every child you serve. So I want to say to all of you, thank you, but I really want to say as well to you, thank you for walking that walk.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Randy and Becky. And right now, we're in the last stretch of the school year. Maybe for some of you, those last few days are just ahead and you're in the final months. I just finished final exams last Thursday and posted grades. And I know that many of you probably still have final projects, exams, and tabulating ahead. So as days get longer and warm breezes begin to waft through the air, butterflies and bees buzz outside. But inside, those warm days mean restless morning bus rides and distracted minds, boisterous cafeterias and unruly hallways, hearts that long for the freedom of summer. And that's just the teachers. But there are magical parts of this time of the year, too. In the day-to-day, we don't always recognize how much this work matters. But at the end of a school year, we get to see how much our students have grown and how much they've taught us, our whole school community as well. You can see that in every parent's smile of relief when they see you, every child's look of wonder when you show them all that they can do. So I wanted to personally let you know how grateful the President and I are for your incredible work. To answer this call of service is in itself an act of hope. You look at your students and don't just see who they are today. You see all the possibility of tomorrow. You help them find the light within themselves. And that light lives on in all of you. Have a great summer. We love you.
We do.
Thank you.